Ashley, thank you. Many of us stayed up late
because
of the storms last night.
Ray
Many
doubles
of you
with
are now
Emily.
getting up and getting a good look at the damage that was done. Emily
Take doubles,
Olsen
please,
is live
Suji.
in Alamo
Ray, Emily,
Heights.
full.
Emily, that area is known for its beautiful trees, its beautiful old trees.
Sure.
And as we can see behind you here, many of those got taken out last night.
Take Emily. Emily's full. Flying super.
Yeah, that does seem to be the story. David, right now we're on Circle
634 is
Street,
dead.
Just like you said,
Topic
there's
benders
leaves
in.
and branches everywhere. A lot of people already out and about this morning checking out.
634 to 37 are dead, right? 34 to 37 are dead.
Okay, there was no hail damage, but what we really want to show you is just like you said, David, this massive tree that snapped overnight.
That's perfectly fine. I appreciate you,
how big this
Ashley.
tree is and how strong that wind must have been in order to do this.
I'm
Now,
floating
we did have
Ashley's
news
live
crews
desk,
out here
6:52 to
last night.
56.
They talked to the homeowner.
Right, view.
Thankfully, the homeowner had just cut some branches that
Birthday?
was hanging above their
So you're gonna kill Ashley's
Oh,
next?
earlier
You
this
killing
week.
that
Yes.
So,
John,
good timing,
check.
I would say.
We're
Good timing.
killing
That's
Ashley's
what
next live disc hit.
happened.
Just make sure it doesn't
They
affect
wouldn't have
anything.
done that. There were also fire crews here
You'll be
overnight.
fine.
They were making sure that none of
I
the
have
Is this-
power lines
is
were
this video of
active
this
and
tree
that
overnight?
branches got wrapped up
Should I go to the
in
vid?
fires now.
We'll just
We
stay
do
there.
have some video that we
Take
can
Bill.
pull up
Flight
for
super.
you guys
There we
right
go.
now,
She got for
showing
it.
some more damage. You can see
Just took her a
some
long time.
uprooted
Just have a white
twigs,
flash
it's got
view.
branches and trees as well, and it really depends on which neighborhood you're.
You
which
can find a good
neighborhood
route.
you're in. The damage varies.
Somebody go back to
from home
Emily
to
Law.
Stand by.
and what we've seen is some neighborhoods look untouched, other neighborhoods look like Alamo Heights. Just
Dissolve
a lot
Emily.
of damage, a lot of trees
Names
and
it.
rows and such. And you're probably waking up
Right
this
attention to
morning,
CG2
check out
David.
social media, you'll see a lot
627
of
is
videos
next.
and photos of hail and more damage. And again, if you have any videos, feel free to send it our way. We're putting live on Emily Olsen, News for San Antonio.
Take just get
All
David.
right, Emily, thank you. Makes
Thank
me
you,
sick to the
Emily.
stomach when we see that stuff. Here's a look
First
at the latest
bulletin.
COVID-19
Somebody
numbers
take a
in
bullet.
Bexar County. There are been over 2,500 cases in Bexar County, 45 new ones in the last 24 hours, but 1,100 of those
Somebody third
cases
bullet.
are active. The death toll now at
Third bullet,
70.
Fourth
Gentleman
bullet,
died yesterday, a 90-year-old gentleman. There have also been 1,300 people to make a full recovery, which is why Mayor Ron Nirenberg
Race
remains
up.
optimistic during all this time.
Takes up.
Our positivity
Flight super.
rate
This
is
runs
several
16
weeks
seconds. Next we'll go transition to
down.
VO
We
Christina.
maintain a strong
No continued VO for the
capacity in
SUTs,
our
just a
hospitals,
SUT.
And the severity of illness is also
Okay,
under
thank
control.
you.
We are seeing
Stand Christina
the
by.
number
Bye.
of positive patients tick up, but they're moderately ill.
Take just cue Christina.
Well,
VO's
the
up.
Texas Supreme Court has
Please,
ruled
CG.
that fear of
Flight super.
COVID-19 does
Right,
not
11 hour plus,
constitute a
Christina.
disability that would allow for a mail-in ballot.
Look at
This
634
case
to
now
37 are
expected to
dead.
head to the U.S. Supreme Court. Meantime,
Take
the
11.
Bexar County
Please, CG.
Elections Department is reporting a small uptick in mail-in ballot applications. This
Take
after
Bill.
a
Please, CG.
resolution passed by the Bexar County
Flight
Commissioners
super.
Court
Race Hubble.
supporting mail-in ballots for voters during the pandemic. We spoke exclusively to Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick about the move by the Democratic-led Commissioners Court to try and expand voting by mail.
There is
Takes
no
that.
reason
Flight
for
super.
people who are under the age of 65.
This runs
who are
20
very,
seconds.
very,
Somebody cue
very
Christina.
unlikely to get the virus or to have any serious side effects from it by being able to say, you know what, I just can't get. I'm not
5 seconds left in the stop.
I'm afraid to
Somebody
go
cue.
vote. But I'm not afraid to go out to the restaurant today, or I'm not afraid to go to work. Or I'm not
This looks
afraid
like
to go
it's
to the grocery store,
way longer
or I'm
than
not
20
afraid to go to
seconds.
the nightclub, but I'm afraid to vote.
This is longer than 20 seconds. Here.
Mail-in ballots are still available for
Right,
anyone
Jensen, to
who is
11 hour
over
plus.
the age of 65, disabled, will not be in Bexar County for the election, or confined to jail. The primary runoff is July 14th.
Take just cue
Now,
Christina.
more businesses
11's up.
reopening in San Antonio,
Please, CG. Right, Bill.
staycations are becoming crucial to helping rebuild our San Antonio economy.
Take Bill.
Local hotel
Flight super.
managers say the industry could
7 white flash level.
with fewer people traveling. But with summer nearly here and with restaurants and
Scan
bars
converters
and
back
more
in order
hotels
five.
are reopening.
Got the good scan
Managers
converter
are,
for the next
managers
thing.
are hoping that means
I'm
more
killing 650.
The white flash level. Flying super. This runs in 5 seconds. Somebody cue Christina.
In San Antonio or from around the area.
Cue Christina.
Business San Antonio says about 70%
Right transition to 10 HS
of
David.
city's tourism comes from people that are in the state.
John, whatever
And
alley
the
killed
tourism
next, just make
makes
sure
up
it's not
about
affecting anything.
$15.2 billion for the city.
Take just cue
Happening
David.
today, two organizations
Hands up.
focused on
Please,
helping
CG.
veterans
Race Skank converter.
will
No, it's
host
fine.
a
You
virtual
still have the
career
same
fair.
thing.
Take Skank
Organizations
converter.
are
Flight super.
Disabled
Right transition to
veterans
11
and
R plus
recruit
Christina.
military. Those are
650
teaming
is
up to
now
help
dead,
vets
guys. 650
who need a
is dead.
job. This free virtual
650
hiring
through
event
656
goes from
are
11
dead.
to 3 today. It's for
650
transitioning
through
military
656
members,
are dead.
veterans, and their spouses.
Right transition to
Get
11.
more information on the website recruitmilitary.careerecho.com.
Take just.
Well, now to some of your business
I don't think that
headlines
matches
at
the banner.
6:49,
Ready, Bill?
starting
Please,
with
CG.
today's unemployment numbers.
Take Bill.
Businesses
Flight
are
super.
starting to
Snap it a white
reopen,
Bill,
but 2.1 million Americans are still
I'm
expected
gonna
to
kill
file
660,
jobless claims when numbers are
660.
released today.
660
If
is
that
now
number
dead.
accurate,
660
that
is
means
dead.
a good day. And then they recommend we're supposed to be in a circle is the best.
Who are you circling?
Circle. You know, you kind of have to,
like this.
so
like
that
a
everyone
horseshoe.
can be a part of the conversation.
Are you
seen
a
that.
back shifter, or do you go hustle up to the
I
front?
always find it
I'm
weird
a-
when you walk in and it's
I'm
like
a back shifter.
and you kind of like trying to.
No one wants
excuse
to
me.
Back up.
And then it's like,
Oh yeah, and then when you try to get out,
When it's super crowded and someone's trying to
way
come
back
in,
anyone
here,
else?
You gotta
do
keep
you
your.
hold the door open if it's already
If I
crowded?
can.
Gentleman
Yeah.
does.
If it's already crowded?
Gentleman does. You put your hand
Or are
like
you like,
this.
wait?
I'm in the optimal position.
Are you a close talker?
You guys have
Well, we know
a-
it's
Get me
out of here. Switchback Railway. It was on Coney Island, and it had max speeds of, get this, 6 miles per hour. 6 miles per hour.
Are you taking us on a roller coaster?
Guys, you ready?
Hang on to the front.
Okay, you ready?
I would never put my hands up on a roller coaster.
And I would not be in the front. I would be more back here.
I always hang on to the people next to me screaming.
Yeah, just hold my hand. Just hold my hand. I can't do it.
You guys, buckle up. It's National Roller Coaster Day. Enjoy the ride.
You're watching San Antonio Marches, live coverage of the 2020 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. March in San Antonio. Brought to you locally by Thomas J. Henry.
It was a defining moment in the civil rights movement. On August 28, 1963, 250,000 people crowded the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. to hear Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s iconic I Have a Dream speech.
And today, even more than that, right here in San Antonio, some 300,000 people are expected to gather on this beautiful day to honor that legacy. And in 1987, it was the MLK Commission and the city of San Antonio that started this officially. We held our first Martin Luther King Jr. March, and today it has grown into the largest march in the nation. And I want to thank you for joining us. Good morning. You are watching our special presentation right here, San Antonio Marches, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I'm News 4 San Antonio, Randy Beamer.
And I'm Fox San Antonio's Ryan Wolf. Randy, it's great to be beside you once again for this historic event here at San Antonio. You know, you have to wonder where we would be as a nation if not for the vision of the slain civil rights leader, his vision of equality. And today we celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life and legacy on what would have been his 91st birthday. We're here at Pittman Sullivan Park, where some 300,000 marchers are getting ready to descend and make their way here. Our Christina De Leon, she's out in the mix about halfway through the route, talking to people and marchers as they get ready to make it here for the big finale.
And our Adam King is about 2.75 roughly miles east of here at the MLK Academy, where the march is getting started. Adam?
Well, this MLK Academy, we've been here since about 5 in the morning and watched this crowd build, and now you're seeing the crowd and everyone here actually take their first steps. They have just started this march, Randy and Ryan, so we are headed your way. And just talking with the folks this morning since we got here, it's really been an overwhelming message of just pride and excitement from everybody as they come in. We talked with some folks who have been here. They fly in every year from Michigan to come back just for this day. They stay for the weekend and then leave again because they've told me there is nothing quite like the moments they have in this march here in San Antonio. Again, as you guys mentioned, the biggest one in the entire nation, and the folks here are as excited as ever to take to and through the streets and make their way to you guys. So we're going to stay here with this crowd all morning long. We're going to introduce you to some of the amazing people that are making this march today. And as we work our way through this, you're going to hear some incredible stories as we go through. But another person we're excited to get to is Christina De Leon, because she's got some amazing folks of her own that she's found to introduce y'all to.
Yep, good morning, everyone. We are live right near St. Philip's College, where they are getting ready to block off the street. In fact, I just got the clear This street is blocked off by SAPD. Just to give you an idea, this is part of the march here on MLK Drive. You can see police have blocked it off here along Walters, Ferguson, out near St. Philip's College. And as you can see, people are lining the route here, getting ready for the march to get underway as we expect several 100,000 people to take part in this MLK march, one of the largest, if not the largest in the country. And as these people get underway, they are going to be so excited to see the people come through this area. It's really something that brings this community together. And for more on that, we want to toss it on over to Randy and Ryan for more on that, who are really taking part in these festivities as well. We'll send it to you.
Yeah, you know, you see those streets now, and boy, you could see a lot of people there. Where Christina was, obviously, people are going to be filtering their way here as it's roughly a 3-mile march. We expect them to get here to Pittman Sullivan Park beginning in the next hour or so. But there are already people here listening to those on the stage who are giving some great speeches. There's some great entertainment going on right now. And they're doing something different this year, Randy. They're also doing voter registration, voter education, the census count. Obviously a big deal when you talk about congressional seats that are up for grabs and the number of federal dollars that Texas stands to gain or lose. So this is a big event overall as we honor Dr. Martin Luther King.
And it is a march. It is not a parade. You saw Christina there. Not a lot of people behind her, although those people aligned the route get to watch. This is different than what they do in the other cities, bigger than Dallas, bigger than Houston, where they are parades. And over in Houston, they have, oddly enough, competing parades this year. They claim to be the oldest in the nation. Well, but we've had one that's been going on here actually since 1968 with the Reverend R.A. Calley's historic drive through San Antonio with a truck and having some kids follow behind him. And up in Houston, or in Dallas, they also have a parade, and some of those across the country, one-time big events. But here in San Antonio, this is a march, the kind of march that Dr. Martin Luther King led. And we want you to be a part of this, because if you have any pictures of the parade or of any of the past marches as well, if you've been part of that, we'd like you to send them to us. We'd like to see them.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. You could text it to share at 44332. Upload your pictures or video, and you could see that during our broadcasts, of course, on our website and on our station Facebook pages. I got a chance to talk to some of the people who are sitting here at Pittman Sullivan Park getting ready for the marchers to make their way here. And, you know, everybody has their own reason for coming here. Right. Some are bringing their kids because they want to teach them a lesson. Others are here because it's part of tradition here on the east side. But one person in specific who I talked to, Eric Ferguson, he's a pastor at House of Praise International Ministries located on New Braunfels and I-35, and he specifically says he's here for the fellowship. He's here because this is the one time where people really come together for a common theme, and that is to help push equality and help push social justice, everything that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stood for.
And to share history, because a lot of people, a lot of kids, younger people, they do not understand the importance of Dr. King and the racial history, not just across the country, but right here in San Antonio. And we're seeing some of that with the Woolworth building downtown. Now look at that crowd. That is, I think, not because of, but partly because of, this is a great day in terms of weather, but also San Antonio supports this with businesses, with the city, with a lot of different groups, with schools and churches, and they bring a lot of people here, and we have to be proud of that here.
We are very proud, and I'll tell you what, this thing just gets bigger and bigger. When people say this is the largest in the nation, yes, it is, because you want to know why? San Antonians know how to come together, and we're going to continue to honor the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as San Antonio marches. You're watching live coverage. We'll be right back.
San Antonio Living starts right now.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to San Antonio Living. I'm Shelly Miles.
I'm Denise Cabello, and you notice we've got a different background. Tonight, we're coming to you live from the La Cantera Resort and Spa. Check out that view.
It is
beautiful.
Beautiful. So and it's actually very cool this morning.
I
know. It is a nice break, that is for sure. Like Denise mentioned, we're at the La Cantera Resort and Spa. We're coming to you this morning from the Topaz Pool, and this has become one of the hottest spots to be in San Antonio all summer long. And of course, it is one of the hottest parties as well. Evenings on the Edge. You can enjoy the beautiful scenery. You can see the sunset here at the pool. And new this year, you can enjoy live music. And joining us to tell us a little bit more, Michelle Robertson is here with the La Cantera Resort and Spa. It's good to see you.
Hi, good morning, ladies.
Oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Our pleasure.
This is one of the best events all summer long in San Antonio. How long have you guys been doing Evenings on the Edge and kind of just set the scenery for folks who haven't been out here?